Howdy guys, this is Danny with Danny Aquatics. I think my camera's a little off here. Hi guys, this is Danny with Danny Aquatics. I'm going to be making some changes here in the 150 spare bedroom, the aquarium here that doesn't have too much decor. I'm going to rearrange some of those rocks, these stones here. I'm going to move them forward, but I'm going to put an old piece of decor that I had before in there. So I'm going to put this in the background, and I'm going to see how that looks. So, yeah, you kind of have those aquariums that you just have sitting there, and you can do something different with it. So it's like you're never really satisfied the way it looks. Sometimes you will, and then after a while you want to kind of change it around. So I'm going to change it back around the way it was a long time ago. So stick with me. Let me get something real quick. All right, I'm going to get my grabbers, and I'm going to try to move some of these stones further up. And I switched stools, so I got a shorter stool in here today. Hoping this stuff will all move easily. These stones are heavy. Might have to re-lift them up and put sand back underneath them, because these little rubber fish that I have, they're constantly going around removing all the sand from the bottom. And by the time you know it, they're sitting on the surface of the glass down here at the bottom. But I don't want them too close to the front, then they're kind of in the way. Let me see if I can roll this one back forward. These guys really move this thing. These things are so slick, they're hard to move. So, let's see if I can move this one. Not sure if y'all can see that while I'm moving them. Yeah, you can. I'll probably just roll it this way, forward a little bit. I'll probably relocate them a little bit more. I just want to try to move them from the back, where I'm going to put that piece of decor back in, because it takes up quite a bit of floor space. So, I got my homemade little sand mover that I use to redecorate their decoration that they move all my sand around. So, we'll re-level some of this stuff here that they're really good at moving around. I guarantee these guys will move. They're better than a bulldozer. They'll move this substrate in a matter of a night. Alright, just bear with me. I'm coming along here. I'm a little slow in my old age now. I just kind of want to move stuff back so I can lay that piece of decor down. It's going to stir everything up. I'm fixing to do a water change anyway, so this tank and the one in our bedroom should have done them yesterday, but we had some things to do. I had to go out of town. And now what I'm going to do is do the water change and add this little piece of decor back in here. These guys really, they have moved everything. It's insane. So, I think that might do it for that. I think I have enough room in the back now. So, we'll check it out and see. I'm sure you can still see what I'm doing there. I've added two little plants like I used to have. I had drilled some holes. They were actually holes that I had made at first to let the air out, but it's got plenty of other excess holes for drainage. And I think I can do this with just lifting this glass panel and submerging this into the water again. I think this is the way I used to do it a while back, so I think it's going. just takes a little bit for the air to get out of it. This thing is something that they used to sell this piece at PetSmart, and it might have been sold at Petco. I've never gone to a Petco, but I had seen them when I first started a few years ago. They carried them there at PetSmart, and they were pretty expensive. Luckily, this one came with one of the aquariums that I had purchased. So these were going for, I think, about $179. So they were kind of steep. There were a couple of other large ones that I wanted to get back then, but never got around to it. By the time you knew it, they were discontinued. So I think that looks pretty good. Move it up just a little bit more. Okay, I think that's going to be good right there. Oh yeah, I love it. Let me get something real quick. Okay, let me see if I can move this other light back down here. Hopefully this one will help it give it a little bit more lighting. Kind of help the, kind of put some light on that decor now. So I think it looks pretty cool. I like it. I think you can see it. I'm gonna have to move the phone of this camera all the way around, so bear with me. All right, here's another view from the front. As you can see, I just added this piece. Move those stones to the front. They're still about 6 inches away from the glass, but I think it's going to look pretty swell with that piece back in there. And two added little plants that are growing out of the, supposed to resemble a piece of root system or a stump that's waterlogged. So I think it looks pretty cool. I've always liked that piece. It was one of my first large pieces of decor that went into the 150, originally into the one in our bedroom. So I think it looks awesome. Alrighty guys, just an update on the spare bedroom 150 gallon aquarium. I think it's going to look fine. So a little later I'm going to do the water change, and it should clear up a lot of this little dust that I kind of stirred up by moving all these stones and stuff around. So alright guys, y'all have a wonderful and a blessed day, and we'll catch you on the next video. Take care. Bye.